Welcome to LFC, your local sports channel. It's high school basketball. Tonight we're at Hampton High School where the 1 and 2 Lady Crabbers are playing host to the 2 and 1 Lady Phantoms. This is December the 12th, 2014. I'm Bob Hintz along with Brent Musgrove. Right now, Brent Musgrove has got the coach from Phoebus. Let's go over and listen to Brent.
Thanks, Bob. I'm here with head coach David Brooks of the Lady Phoebus Phantoms. Coach, congratulations. You're coming here officially 2 and 1, as your teams are saying 2 in a giveaway against Bethel. But let's talk a little bit. You're a quarter way through the season now. Have you seen any surprises, not only from the other teams, but from any of your players that might have stepped up?
I haven't seen too many of a surprise, in my opinion. I think we are who I expected us to be. We're playing through Maria Scriven, senior, has been a leader for us for about 3 years, and our point guard / shooting guard, Kiana Crevice and Artist. They're leading us through the first part of the season. Expect them to take us through the whole part of this whole 2014-15 season.
Well, you've covered part of it. Let's talk about a couple of your players, if you don't mind. Let's talk about number 4 senior, Lanisha Love, if you will.
Yes, she's one of the role players, also a leader on this team. If Kiana and Maria, they're going to do and be who they are, but Lanisha Love, she has to play big for us, especially on the defensive end. She has to help us take care of the basketball, bring the ball up, and if she shoots well, you know, we can be a pretty dangerous team.
That's awesome. Now let's talk about one of your sophomores. Let's talk about number 30 feet, Jamaica Carby. Now she's just a sophomore and she's stepping up and starting.
Yeah, she's a baby on the court, but I pulled her up last year off JV after the first game against Kickintan, and I actually started her the very next game that I pulled her up. And she's just athletic. She's very raw. Her footwork has a long way to go. Her fundamentals have a long way to go. But that athleticism, you know, her effort, her work on the boards, you know, it's just undeniable. So I got to have her on the floor. And the more experience she gets, the better she's going to get over time.
It's nice to have a sophomore out there, and you can see that dream down the road. Let me get to this last question. This Hampton-Beth Phoebus game is always a rivalry. I don't care what sport it is. Tell me a little bit. Hampton's got one of the best big girls in the area, if not in the state. What do you see you got to do tonight to take control of this game?
Honestly, I feel like, you know, what we have to do, we have to put pressure on their young guards. They have 3 freshman guards, I believe, that are starting. So we can pressure those guards up front and try to keep it out of that Dara's hands, the young lady you were just talking about. Of course, she's 6'4", senior. She's put in her time, got a lot of shots up since she's been here, put up a lot of points. If they do get it up the floor, we're going to have to double down on her, keep her off the boards, and not let her dominate us on the boards with easy putbacks.
Coach, I want to thank you so much for taking the time during the game to come over. And thanks for all the help this week.
No
okay,
problem.
Bob, back to you.
All right, thanks, Brent. Appreciate it. I want to talk a little bit about officials we got out here tonight. Walter McCoy, the one in the middle, he's the main man out there. They got Betty Gaines and Michael Davis who will be helping us. Now, this Phoebus team has got a young little guard by the name of Kiana Davis. And I'm going to tell you, Kiana Artist. She is a spark plug, and she will make this team do things because of her enthusiasm and the way she can control the ball. Brent's got the Hampton High coach. Let's go to Brent.
Thanks again, Bob. Of course, I'm here with head coach Alan Jones of the Lady Crabbers. Coach, a lot of young players. We talked about that before. You come in here tonight, actually, 1 and 2, I think it is, which is a surprise for a Crabber team. But let's talk about a bit. It's been a tough start. But have there been any surprises that have stepped up for your team with all those young players?
Hammonds has played well. She's probably averaging about 15 points a game. And now that Mickey's back, Mickey was out with a concussion. She suffered a concussion during our scrimmage. On the downside, we lost Okafor to an ACL tear.
Oh, my.
We went 1 up and 1 down. She's done for the season.
For the season, well, I hate to hear that. Well, those 2 players we're probably going to talk about again, but with all that young youth, how do you feel your team has progressed in injuries and everything? Are they where you expected them to be?
At this point, yes, absolutely. Because I knew we were young. I knew we were going to have a roller coaster ride. I knew we were going to take some bumps. I mean, Bethel is a state championship contender team. Heritage is a lot better than what they were last year. We played a real good, well-coached Woodside team Tuesday night. So I knew we were going to have our ups and downs with the season early on. We just try to keep playing and prepare for January, you know, when we get into conference play and try to make sure we're prepared to make a run.
A couple of quick players. We talked about Infinity Hammonds before, but just tell her what she's done and stepped up for your team.
Well, we're young, and of course, one of the biggest places on the court that you need stability is the point guard position. You need ball handling. You need somebody to run the team. She stepped up as a leader. She stepped up to try to help Pearson in some of the scoring. Just different things like that.
Coach, I want to thank you so much for coming over. But one last question. When you see this Hampton team, this Phoebus team tonight, they have some decent size too. What do you feel you have to do with all this youth to try to control it? Are you going to have to change the pace of the game, or are you going to go with what Hampton always does?
Well, Hampton style basketball has changed. We're not the Hampton of old, Coach Six. We're not even the Hampton of what I had last year. We're a young team. We're rebuilding. We're starting over. And basically with Phoebus, they played us tough last year at their place. We have to make sure that we don't let this become a track meet. I think whenever we let games become track meets, we let the other team score 70 points. That's been proven in the first 2 games of the season. When we slow things down and control tempo and play great defense, we keep teams at 30 points like we did with Woodside.
Coach, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come over and talk to us tonight, and always during the week when you help us. Okay, Bob, back to you.
All right, thanks, Brandon. We'll talk a little bit about our production crew on camera. And you see the cameras on me right now is Randy Bagoli. We got Steve Fry, the other camera on this down on the court. Up in the stands, we got Wube Gabre and Susan Bowers. Graphic and animation, Matt Buckwalder. Camera control operator, Renee Camden. The engineer, chief engineer, and audio, Greg Lesko. Instant replay, Krista Campbell, and I used to say big guy. I guess he's still a big guy, isn't he? Andy Foley, who is our director and our executive producer. Let me tell you a little something about what the coach was talking about earlier when he said that they don't want to get in a track meet. Well, that's exactly what Phoebus wants to do. They're going to put pressure on their young guards and try to run up and down the court and try to change the tempo of the game. They don't want to walk it up and let Hampton set up in a half-court offense, Brent.
Well, that's exactly what we had talked about before we got here tonight, when that was it. Hampton with their youth, as the coach said, and he hit it right on the head. They're not the team they used to be as far as depth all the way down the chart. They got so many young people. They've got to create that experience and that playing ability they've had over the years and past. Yeah. Got a couple of really good players. That's going to carry them in a lot of games. But they've got to bring these young kids along to make it better.
Yeah. I want to talk to the fans. We're going to have is he going to do the national anthem? Yeah. You got a chance to talk to him. One thing that we know for sure, that you won't find any more competitive between schools than you will between Hampton and Phoebus. And it goes from football to basketball to baseball to wrestling to, you talk about it. They just get to the point, they're not real happy with each other.
Well, but as you said, the kids themselves, they've grown up together. They're playing AAU ball together. They're running together. And when it comes time for that rivalry, when you put the P on your chest or the H on your chest, buddy, I'm telling you what, it's time to go.
Yeah, you got that right. All right, man, we're back here. We're going to have the starters being announced by the PA system. They will always announce the girls first, and here we got this young lady. This is a little spark plug.
Kiana Artis.
Kiana Artis.
The number four is Lanesha Love. Number 23. All right, we'll be giving you the names, but they're introducing them the same order we got them. That's amazing.
How did that work? There you see them. Kiana Davis.
Travis and Artis, Lanesha Love, Brittany Brooks, Maria Scriven, Jamaica Carby. And let me tell you something, Artis and Scriven are both averaging about 18 points a game right now.
We watched them the other night. We went over and watched them play Menchville, and they really did a great job. They controlled the tempo of the game the whole time. Menchville has one young lady that scored about 30 points, but it was not enough.
Yeah. And here's Hampton being introduced. We'll show you those graphics in just a second.
And we got Ronnie Fowler up in the stands. Now, a lot of people won't know who Ronnie Fowler is, as you see the Infinity Hammonds, Letitia Smith, Anila Ray, Dara Pearson, and Kirsten Perry. Ronnie Fowler used to do basketball games as an official when I was coaching back in the 70s and the 80s, and he now comes in and rates the referees that are on the field. So I told him, I said, y'all going to have to do a good job now because Ronnie Fowler, my buddy, is up in the stands rating you guys.
Well, there's been a few times we've rated them, and we'll stay away from that.
I didn't want to mess with that.
They're all young.
Well, I want to tell you a little something about this Hampton team. In January the 10th, they've got 8 teams coming over here for hoops for the breast cancer, and they raise a lot of money for that. But they're going to be playing games all day long, girl games. Everybody will have on pink. The officials will have on pink. They have a pink basketball and everything. And, Alan Jones has done a great job with that.
If you get a chance, please come out and support that. It's for a great cause, and these teams put their own time in and spend the whole weekend giving it up for a good cause.
They do that. And and it's just not the girls. I mean, you got staff over here that comes in and works.
Absolutely.
Donates their time to do this. Okay.
Boy, Pearson starts out with the jump ball.
Did that surprise you?
No.
Okay. Phoebus is playing a matchup zone. No, they're playing man-to-man. But they're going to put pressure. When that ball coming up the court, you're going to see pressure that reminisces of what you see a lot of boys do.
Well, that's what the coach said. He's got to put some pressure on their Hampton's freshman guards. That's what he's got to do.
Oh, they're going to play a box and one. They're going to keep somebody right on Tiana. Somebody's going to have to set some screens for her.
Well, they got Smith throwing Artis.
Yeah,
like you said, just covering her the whole time.
Yep.
Now there's that pressure we were talking about.
And I'm not surprised to see that long shot that time by the Hampton Infinity Hammonds.
Good shot. Oh, wow. A nice release on that ball. That's the shots Hampton's got to hit, Bob.
There, you got to get the ball inside. You can't take one dribble and then think you're going to get the ball inside because things change. And the young lady that she was trying to pass the ball to was covered.
Oh, what am I?
Oh, we got a foul underneath the basket That's on
Love. Number 4.
You love this, one of the seniors on this Phoebus Lady Phantom team. Shooting 2 is
Mickey.
Mickey. I like that name. Oh, nice form. Nice form. You can see when that left her hand that was a good-looking shot. Had
nice,
a great chance going in, and it did.
Nice and soft. Well, that's our first point of the game with a minute going, Bob.
Well, we've had 3 turnovers already in this game.
She hit them both. Hampton's applying a little pressure, too.
Well, no, that's the box and one. She's going to stay all over Artis.
Nice block.
Oh, that was a pretty good block.
That was a great block.
Dara, oh, man. Pearson got the, Dara Pearson, the senior.
She's calling a block. She's not calling anything else on that.
No.
Oh,
that
my.
Was a great block. Look at that.
There you go.
Our graphics guy doing that must be Buckwalder.
You don't think?
Made the first one.
Another soft. Good rebound. Good rebound.
A little hard. Hampton still right off her foot, and that's what that pressure is going to do, and that's what the Phoebus girls want. They want to put pressure on these young guards for the Phantoms.
For the Crabbers.
For the Crabbers, right. You're right.
But
that box and one right now is really.
You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
Is that another one, Dara?
Yeah.
Pearson has 2 quick fouls.
that nobody saw but the official.
That was a great block.
Nobody saw that one but the official.
Well, maybe got her with the body. I don't know. I can't judge from down here. You can't see that.
Yeah.
Jamaica Carby's missed the first one.
Well, that sure changes Hampton's game right there. 2 quick fouls on her.
It does. Missed them both, but got the rebound. But lost it out of bounds, missed the putback, and Hampton's got the ball, and here we're going to see the full court pressure.
Oh, that's a carry. I'm surprised.
Going to call a foul on Kiana Artist.
Make sure. Okay, that's who. Yep. I'm not sure until they go over and give the numbers, Bob. I'm going to.
Infinity Hammonds is back on the line.
It's number. Yep.
But a box and one does not surprise me. You got to keep the ball out of Kiana's hands. She is the best point guard they've got on Phoebus' team. You keep the ball away from her, then you're making people bring the ball up. They're not used to doing that.
Not only that, she's such a good distributor and control of the ball, plays in control. Look at that. She just gets the ball down court fast. Open.
You got to get the ball to them right away. Oh, nice drive.
She just fell down.
Yep.
I think she may have come down on one of the other players' foot.
Yeah, she looks like she's limping a little bit right now.
May have twisted it.
And that's Jamaica Carby. She may have twisted her ankle a little bit, but she's staying in there.
Now, Hampton seems intent to get the ball to Hammonds to get the ball down court.
Right. And there's a nice block and takeaway. Well, they just cannot buy a basket. And I'm talking about the Phoebus fans. They've missed 3 or 4 putbacks right underneath the basket.
Well, I guess that was a 2.
Yeah, I didn't see anything but a 2. 5-1 in favor of the Crabbers right now. Phantoms they have missed some shots that they normally would make. And
Good
there's
pass.
again a great pass. Started to go with the ball up to the basket before she had control of it. And we got a substitute right now coming in, number 24, Justin Coles coming in for the Phantoms, replacing Jamaica Carby.
You got to go to the ball, young lady. Good steal.
And that was a
Good
great
steal by Hammonds. Coach was very complimentary on her, how she stepped up. Okay, I think we're going to see a few whistles tonight, Bob.
Yeah, it looks like it. I shouldn't have said anything to him.
23 for Phoebus. That's going to be on Rooks. That's her first. And this puts Ray at the line. She was our player of the game last time we did a game, I think. No, she wasn't. That was for the boys' game.
Yeah.
Her brother, I think. Nice. Well, so far the free throw line is taking care of all the scoring, Bill. Just about.
And let me tell you, except for that 2-pointer that was made out there, but Phoebus is just having trouble getting the ball to the basket. They're making good moves. They're going up there. They put it up so hard. It's not going on. It's like they're over anxious on the inside shot.
It's almost like they're not gathering themselves for the shot. Well, that was a violation, lane violation by Phoebus. She got another shot at it, and she made it that time.
So she was 2 of 2. Because the other one didn't count. Nobody sets the screen, and you got to have a screen set. And there's another one. I mean, that's 3 or 4 that have been missed right underneath the basket.
They're getting the ball inside. The coach is getting what he wants. as far as putting the pressure on the big girl, and he's got 2. That's way off. He's got 2 fouls against her already. So I think that's what he's trying to do. Don't you? Is get the
again, no fake or anything.
No control.
Right, out of control with the ball. I don't know. I know that David Brooks is one of. We look like snake bit here.
Well, we're halfway through the first quarter just about. And right now, Hampton's got a 7-1 lead, and they've made 5 free throws for those 7 points, 1 basket. And Phoebus has not made a field goal yet, Bob. We're not looking at, well, that's downtown. They're not using the big girl on offense right now, Bob. She's flashed up for the ball, and it's not even looking inside. And maybe they're trying to protect her, too. With 2 fouls, they definitely can't afford to lose her.
It was a nice rebound and put back up.
Yes,
the
it
foul was on number 5.
And number 12, I
Wade.
think. Yeah,
Oh,
on
really?
12.
Number 12? Okay. That's Mickey. Scriven's on the line. Maria Scriven.
Averaging 18
Good
points
shot.
something a game, yeah.
Oh, good camera work.
I tell you, these guys down here on the floor do great. Ladies up in the balcony do all right, too.
Yeah.
Of course, Ube, I'm not calling you a lady. I'm doing that to Bob.
You talking about Ube?
Yeah.
Phoebus has made one and missed one. Made one and missed one. They're 50% from the line.
No, they're 2 of 6.
Oh, my goodness. They missed. Didn't see the 2 they missed.
Yeah. Carey went to the line and missed 2. All right. Where she's looking, the girl broke over. She's just not where she was looking. Number 3 broke right over to the ball, and she never looked at it.
Yeah, and the ball's got to be brought in over here because this is where nobody touched it, so it comes back to the point where it was tried to inbound before.
Right.
Well, they don't have anybody right tight against
waiting for it this time.
Artists. They're waiting for it.
Smith is still waiting for it. Like you said, they're playing boxing 1. You're absolutely right. Oh,
Hey,
nice
got
basket.
a nice shooter's touch bounce on that. First basket for the Phantoms.
That was Coles.
3 minutes to go in the first quarter. That's a long time to go without a basket.
Nice entry pass.
And that's what you want to do. That was
Nice.
a good pass.
It's a nice. Who's he going to call it on? I think he said 4, didn't he?
Either 4 or 5. It's
4.
4. That's their second one. That's
Yeah.
Smith. And there's a 3-point play. Good job by Dara.
Oh. Like you said.
They are shooting the ball like they're downtown. She didn't even come close to that basket.
I have to say the whistle, that ball was over the basket, and the other girl shot it, went to rebound it before they called the foul. I just don't understand it. I'm not here to pick. I'm just saying it was a little bit surprising.
Brittany Rooks at the line. This is the first one. I'm sorry, that's Scriven.
Yeah.
Maria, I'm sorry. I got her numbers mixed up. I was thinking 23 instead of 32.
What's that called?
I was only 9 digits away. Called the Andy Foley syndrome. Missed it again.
Well, now, Phoebus again got their hands on the rebound for the free throw, and just weren't able to contain it.
The Phoebus girls went to 3 camps this summer. They went to UVA, Old Dominion, and
Oh, just
Christian
what a
Newport.
pick. What a pick. And she lost the ball. She picked that clean as a whistle. Just dribbled it off it. Oh, my, I hope we have that. I mean, the Hampton girl wanted to go left and ended up going without the ball completely. Just gone. Here comes it.
She just needs to dribble that ball and shoot the layup like you do in warm-ups.
There's a little short. That's a little bit further out than Pearson likes to shoot it. They double on the ball. Good thinking. They're just trying to apply a different kind of pressure to Phoebus. It's changed Phoebus's game from what we saw the other night.
It really has, because it's changed their whole mentality of the game.
Well, the other night we watched Artis, and she was able to penetrate really deep and dish the ball if she didn't shoot. Oh, my Lord. That might have been a takedown.
We named him doing wrestling. And she knew she was reaching for the ball.
That's on 23. That's her second. Yep.
It's 3 girls with 2. Pearson for the Crabbers, and then there's 2
For the Phantoms. Well, I got Mickey and Ray with 2 for the Crabbers.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Got Pearson and Mickey. Good rebound by Phoebus under the board. Boy, now that's downtown, folks. That was downtown. Well, she threw it to the empty space.
Well, they're trying to hurry too much. I know Coach would love for them to walk the ball up, and I'm talking about Alan Jones. He doesn't want them to try to get into a running game
well, you heard
with anybody.
You heard what he said in the interview. He said, when we get into a running game, we give up 70 points. And nice put back.
Finally got one to go back in for him. That's 4 straight points for him. Phoebus is climbing back in. It's 10-6. Good drive, good drive. Oh, you gotta love it.
He called it a walk, I guess.
Oh man, that was a good drive. And I want to tell you, Hammonds and Finney did a great job that time of driving to the basket. I didn't see the travel, but I was watching her move. I wasn't watching her feet.
Oh, come on. This is, I'll leave it alone. You can't drive through 4 people.
Right.
Kick the ball yourself and
get the foul. That was on Infinity.
Yeah. Short. Good shot.
Put it high off the board that time. It looked like it's number 25 for the Crabbers. Exactly who it is.
That's Perry.
He did a great job. And we got to walk. She did a little shuffle step before, 4.2 seconds ago. See if the Crabbers are aware of this, and if the Phantom's going to put pressure on them.
She does not have a clue.
We got a 12-6 game right now in favor of the Crabbers. I tell you, they know the basket much better than the Lady Phantoms. They're just shooting it all over the basket. They've had many more opportunities from 2 to 3 feet in than the Crabbers have, and yet they're trailing by 4 points or 6 points.
Yeah, the Crabbers have only got that ball down low one time in the first quarter, and she was able to score with it.
Yep.
And took it to and got a 3-point play. Now, again, what we were talking about a minute ago, she's got 2 fouls on her. She's
got 2 quick fouls.
2 quick fouls, and they've got to be trying to protect her a little bit because you just don't want to feed her and get an offensive foul.
But you still got to go with your game plan. You still got to go with your game plan. You can't change things just because you got 2 quick fouls on. The only thing the coach could do is say, I'm going to give her, take her out a little bit, bring her in. Try not to get the third foul before the first half is done.
Now, let me just say this. Coach Jones got what he wanted the first quarter, and that was a controlled tempo game.
Absolutely.
Nobody breaking loose and running. A few times Hampton tried to throw the ball long, and I'm sure that conversation's been had over there on the bench here at the break between quarters. So it's the second quarter, Bob. 12-6 in favor of the home standing Crabbers. Let's see how this works out.
Well, I see that pressure they're putting on Kiana Artist from the get-go has changed the complexion of this game a little bit. Oh, that was a shot we saw her shoot the other night. Was a nice little floater. Didn't get it that time, but that's a shot that Artist can hit.
She had to work a whole lot harder to get that shot than she did the other night.
Yeah.
She got her shot. She just didn't finish it, Bob.
Yeah.
Here comes 3.
Long rebound. And just the pressure caused her to shuffle her feet before she started dribbling it.
She turned to go, and there was a Phoebus player.
And the coach, Alan Jones, is very upset. He didn't see the shuffle of the feet.
Well, I have to say, right now, one official seems to have taken over the game. And I'm just calling it like it is.
No comment.
Well, I'm just saying, if we were counting how many. Yep.
But again,
no position. I knew where you were going. We've been doing this too long.
Gotta have position. And
that was the first one on. Nope. Go over here again. Make a look at that. That's the first one on Ray.
Jamaica Carby at the foul line. And has she been foul line before?
Yeah, twice. And she hadn't made any yet.
Well, this time it's going to be different.
There you go.
I could tell when she let go of it. You can almost tell if you watch as much basketball as U of I have and the coach, you can tell when that ball leaves her hand how often does that go in because of the rotation of the ball. And she made them both.
Yes, she did. And like you said, she had a nice soft touch. There's that pressure. I couldn't see them 2. I thought she called it on 2. That's her second. So Phoebus now has 3 players with 2 fouls. Get her out of that corner. Good pass.
Oh, she did. She took a step and a half without dribbling it. You get one step, but then you got to do something. She took a step and a half, and that's that pressure that
whether it's
Brooks was talking about. If we can put pressure on those
freshman
guards, we can control the tempo of this game. Right now, they're behind by 4. Great call, because a lot of people wouldn't have saw it, but that went off of the fingertips of Pearson.
Yeah, but I was tickled with the way she played. She didn't get real aggressive. She just used her hands because she knows she can't afford to get that third one.
Oh, that's the 3rd foul on Kiana.
Yes, it is. If it's on 2, it is that. And we're almost 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. They cannot afford that. Of course, that puts 1 and 1, puts Hampton on the line. That puts Ray on the line. She's 2 for 2 so far. And I'm not going to jinx her, Bob. Don't let me jinx her, okay? It's my fault. I apologize for anything I've done.
In advance. In advance. Nice rebound, another foul. You got to block out.
See, that was on 32, okay.
Pearson did a good job of beating the Phoebus player to the basket on the missed throw.
Basket's gotten a little cold for him, Bob.
But you know, you can be cold and you're still winning this ball game.
That's right.
And you get now and then you get a nice bounce. Comes
keep,
right back to them.
this is what Hampton wants to do. They want to control the tempo. And Phoebus is coming out to press, and she picked up her dribble awful quick. Yep, little turnover.
Yeah, carry that little bit.
Well, Bob, I didn't expect to see this low score in the game.
I didn't either, and I didn't expect to see the little point guard artist for the Phantoms have to sit down, but
yeah, he's got to save her till next half. I think just keep this game close. Good drive. And let's see.
I tell you, they're trying to double team the ball even on a rebound.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's from downtown. And she wasn't looking for any rebounding, I'm telling you. Hampton's ball.
Still 12-8, very low scoring. I thought it'd be a little higher scoring than this. And she didn't make it that time, but she got fouled, and that's a good reason not to make it.
And that's the second one on Hammonds.
But puts Love at the foul line.
But Smith put Hammonds in trouble on the inbounds pass.
Yeah.
Nice sweet shot there, Bob.
We watched her play the other night and would not thrill. I thought she was a little out of control, but she looks more in control tonight.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Love. We watched her in that Menchfield game that she looked a little out of control, but she looked really like she knows the pressure of the game and the situations.
They're
Just
jumping
a little short on that. But
Phoebus is showing the pressure, but they're allowing Hampton to get the ball up court.
Yeah.
And Hampton's going to have to find a way to do something with it. It's a good drive. Good.
Oh, off of the board. You can't ask any more, because right now they're going to be able to get the ball inside at will.
Good attempt to get that ball underneath. Nice
Nice
shot by 24.
Oh, good job that time by Coles. Justina Coles, the senior.
She walked. Almost had a pick.
Yeah. Looked a little bit out of control,
Yeah.
but yet she maintained control of that ball. And that puts, now Phoebus is shooting a one-on-one.
Now that was on Hampton's number 4. And that's Smith's first.
And that put Brooks on the line, number 23. She's got a funny shot, but you know what?
She's made it work.
She makes it work. You know, you don't change her.
You
if
sure
you're a coach, you say, oh, man, oh, good.
That's right. No. Good shot.
Made them both.
Well, we now have
A 1-point game.
I'm trying to figure out, I'm watching the facial expressions of the Crabber girls. They just don't seem to be fired up, Bob.
Well, they've let Lady Phantoms back into this game, but they're making some shots. They're making some foul shots. They made a couple of field goals. And you notice they're trying to get to a passing lane every chance they can
Well,
get.
they've got to do it because right now Hampton girls are telegraphing the passes. And if you're playing them, you got to play the passing lane. They've already had 3 steals, I think it is.
She got bumped a little bit. And that's what happens when you think you're going to throw, and then all of a sudden you try to stop and you keep moving your feet.
Yep. You got to get your head up and play. You just got to get your head up and play. Don't let yourself get down.
Right.
We all are going to make mistakes out here. I watch the pros, and they just got a whole lot of money. They make mistakes, so you just can't let this get you down. Oh. There's a mental mistake.
Well, she didn't want the ball to go back to her because she wasn't the point guard. And then she's, oh, I don't want you to get it. I'll take out. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we got.
Well, she's back in. Artis is back in with 3 fouls. And this may be where she takes over the game because we've known her to do it before. They're playing a man, but they're playing a 4 across back here against Hampton. Good shot. Yeah.
You can't take the extra step, and right now the pressure being put on by the Lady Phantoms really has rattled.
It's amazing.
The Crabbers, they look so calm and in control, and it doesn't take but just a couple of turnovers, and all of a sudden, and there's that little float I was talking about, and give Phoebus the first lead at 15-14.
Yeah, she gets that floater to work, brother. She's tough. You see they got it over there in the corner. She walked. They've been calling a walk when they took that step.
Well,
before.
what a nice pass.
Oh, great pass.
Kiana Artis. I mean, that was beautiful.
Behind the back, you got to see that again. Okay, that's on Hampton's number 4 again.
And that's 2 on her. We got a lot of them with 2.
What did I do wrong now, Coach Browers?
Browers taking notes on what you're talking about. I think. Oh, look out! Look at that. We got to get that on camera, Walter. he got one of these rings. He put in his. Don't put your hand in your pocket.
We got Coach Walter Breyer standing here in front of us, trying to keep us straight. He's known me long enough, can't do that.
He's known both of us too long.
Well, Phoebus has taken the lead.
Made both free throws. And another steal.
Yep. Didn't get to see it.
Great replay.
Nice shot.
And that was a good feed.
Good feed, yes it was. It closes it to 1, Bob, with 2:30 left in the second quarter. Still a lower scoring game than I ever expected. You cannot let 24 shoot that. Of course, she missed everything on that, but she's hit that a couple of times.
Yeah.
She got stripped.
That's a great, she gathered herself before she shot the free throw.
Yep.
And that's what you got to do. Hampton's called a quick timeout.
They can't run. Remember what he said?
Right. He said, we can't run with them. And they steal. And she looked, what I loved about it is she was dribbling the ball. Brent looked down the court, saw the open player, got the ball to it, ended up.
There we go. Watch you see this breakaway.
Andy sounds so excited at this. Somebody needs to settle it down.
Oh,
Here
good
we go.
picture. Good picture.
But she did a great job of gathering herself, and that was from Steve Fry.
Now, so many young players don't learn how to look down court when they break away with a rebound. And to take that first look down court and see if they got somebody over.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I know it's deep fryer, but I said fry because that's what Andy was eating. He was eating fried fish
He didn't
when I
offer
got
us
here.
any.
And he didn't offer anybody any.
While we got a chance, we got to let her know, but our player of the game shirt's going to be sponsored by Tidewater Team Sports.
Dave
Terry
Chubb.
Dave Chubb and Terry McNamara. 5940411. Give them a call for all of your needs.
I'm impressed you remember that number.
Well, I can remember 2 a week, and we're doing 2 games this week, so
2 a week.
2 a week, yeah. I don't put any numbers in my phone. Then people expect me to know something.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't make many phone calls. I got yours in there, Bob.
Do you?
Yeah. Good. Oh my, good try. Missed timing
On the
by
rebound.
Love on that rebound. Look at the quickness. A little short.
But that was a good move that time. I liked it.
Hampton's getting so many breakaways, and they're just not even getting it in the box on the back of the board. They're just not even getting it up.
Love is doing a great job, but that was
Good
not a
steal
good
by
pass
Pearson.
because she telegraphed and Pearson did a great job of knocking it down. We got less than a minute and 30 to go. And they keep right on driving.
I'm trying to see.
And that puts Smith on the line shooting 2.
I think that was on 23. I'm going to have to wait and see.
Well, it
Yep,
is.
23.
And that's 3 on her.
Yep. Phoebus now has 2 players with 3.
He's got 2 of them setting to come back in, and one of them is Artist. Good looking shot.
It was.
Little off to the left. Oh,
1:21 to go. Phoebus back to a 3-point lead.
well, they brought Love out. I was surprised they brought her out.
Well, right now she's got 2, and I guess they're going to give her a rest, try not to get 3 on her. Just here we go. Let's see. I think we're gonna see Artists make it different here in this last minute and 15. Nice steal.
Great steal. And a steal right back caused a jump ball.
Yeah.
The position arrow belongs to the Crabbers.
Now the Crabbers stole the ball and just held it right there in front of the defensive player.
Hey, oh, you want this ball?
All right, here
It looked like an invitation, didn't it?
nice draw up shot to just not get them to fall. I'm a little confused.
Well, she's going to drive, and I'm talking about Artist. She's going to drive and try to draw the foul, and that brings 3 fouls on.
That's Smith.
Is that Smith?
That's Smith.
Oh.
Yeah. That puts Artist to the line, shooting. I think she's shooting 2, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because it's double bonus.
Yeah.
And she's one of the, if you got somebody to foul, if you're Phoebus, you want them to foul Artist.
You want the ball in her hand when you need
Absolutely.
to.
And that, and I know if you got a point guard, one thing they've got to be able to do as a point guard is make free throws.
That's crucial. And she made them both.
The Love is back in. Nice break.
Nice break, nice pass.
Well, the movement was great. The pass was even better because she made a great cut down the middle of the lane, and the ball got to her.
And she was rewarded.
Nice, right.
That's a step through and you get bailed out. He called that on Pearson.
Oh, no.
No, I thought he did. He called 12.
No, he wasn't on Pearson. Although Pearson could have had a foul earlier, she looked like she.
Yeah. that was a step through. It could have gone on anybody if you're going to call that foul, Bob. 20.6 seconds, 3-point game. There we go.
Carter comes in for the Phantoms, number 3.
Well, Hampton has this game closer than I thought it would be, and I'm not picking on. Good rebound. Phoebus putting the pressure on because of the time on the clock.
Yeah. But you got to have somebody and everybody, and nobody was on her, and that brings it to a 1-point game with 6 seconds and counting.
And she took that dribble that surprised me. From downtown.
Whoa! Whoa! Down, that was 5 feet behind the three-point line, at least 5 feet behind the three-point line.
Oh, my. What a way to end the half.
All right, well,
Yes,
halftime, we got 24 for the Phantoms, 20 for the homestanding Crabbers. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. Welcome back to the second half action here at Hampton High School, where the Lady Crabbers are trailing by 20 to 24 from the Phantoms. And this has been kind of a funny game. The Phantoms went behind 7-1 at the beginning. Now they're up by 4. Brent, what do you think?
Well, the scope of the game when we got to talk to the coaches was, of course, Coach Jones for the Crabbers wanted to control the pace of the game. And for the most part, he's done that.
Yeah.
When Phoebus has been able to run, which a couple of times they broke loose, especially at the end of the second quarter a little bit. They got running. They got exactly what they wanted, and they took over the lead, and that's where they got the 4-point lead right now.
Well, do you think that maybe by playing that boxing one against Kiana Artis kind of just threw the whole Phoebus team off balance a little bit?
And that was part of it, but what I liked about it was the person playing Artis, when Artis would drive by them, you'd watch in the backcourt in the red zone, or in the paint, Hampton would close in. It wasn't just one person. When she got into the paint where she's really dangerous, she was double teamed.
Well, and that's what you got to do is you got to understand that even though we're playing a boxing one, you other girls got to be aware that if this person or player we're playing the box on, you got to drop off and help. You can't let her go through the middle, and that's what she's done. She made a couple pointers, made that long par 3. Long 3-point.
But where's your head at?
Still on the golf course, I guess.
Let's talk about a few scores here. Phoebus has 2 players with 7 points, that being Shriver and Artis. Both of those are averaging 18 points a game, so it's understandable they're leading the score. But big thing about Phoebus right now, they got 2 players in trouble with 3 fouls, and that is Rooks and Artis being their key ball handler. So, and they end up with 24 points. On the Hampton side, of course, Hampton's usual leading scorer is Pearson. She has 7 points, but Hampton has 2 people with 3 fouls, and that's Smith, who's a good defender, and Mickey, who's a starter also. We'll just get a chance to look at these replays, but just letting you know where they stand right now. They got 2 players on each team with 3 fouls and 2 quarters to go. So we'll see how that works out. Take it, Bob.
That was a long 2 that time. A foot was on the line, and you can just see that the Phantoms will make a point every now and then, but they miss so many shots underneath the basket at the beginning. And there, I love this gal. She's gonna play some college ball somewhere, and it's gonna be excellent. She's got a good eye for the ball, and I'm talking about Pearson. And if that wasn't a foul, she tomahawked her going out of bounds.
Well, the smart thing was Pearson was able to, after getting 2 quick fouls in the first 3 minutes of the game, she was able to play a little bit more under control, not quite as dangerous.
Well, and she didn't get another foul. And there you see the going to the board, and she does a great job.
Look at this.
Oh, man.
Both teams getting a lot of shots underneath. Not a lot of long shots. I love this end. Look at this. Boom.
Nothing but
What camera
nothing
work.
but cord.
Great camera work, guys. I mean, that was the last shot as the buzzer went off. Artist put that 3 through the net from downtown, folks. All right, here we go. Phoebus starts the game with the ball.
And they're back playing a box and one. And that's Ray playing. And the ball goes out of bounds. It belongs to the, looks like Trevor's got it.
Well, the great thing when you saw that was Phoebus got the pass. They won a nice bounce pass to the girl underneath, and the ball just went right up out of her hands. Might have been a little bit strong for her because the pass was like 5 feet away. Telegraph it. Luckily got away with that. Sometimes you can overpass in that paint, Bob.
Yep. And that's what happened right now. The Lady Phantoms are getting their hand on the ball in the passing lanes. Great weak side help that time.
Absolutely. There's downtown again. Good follow.
In and out. That was a great putback.
And a great steal by Artist, but it went on the line. Pearson came down, put the ball on the floor, and Artist came right behind him.
That was Scriven. Maria just put that ball right back up like he wanted to, and it went 3/4 of the way down in the basket, came back out.
Oh, Phoebus is coming out and jumping the ball from downtown. Pearson with the rebound. Didn't make the shot. Phoebus trying to get the ball on the run, Bob.
Yep.
Dribbling into a little trouble. Oh, nice shot, good
but
pass.
That was a good pass. You took the words right out of my mouth, vice versa, but what a great pass.
Yes. The girl's 6'4". You got to throw it up where she can only get it.
That might have been a case of overpassing.
Yep.
Because by overpassing, you let the defense get there.
Let them catch up, is what you're saying. Now that's the 4th foul on Mickey.
That's 4 on
That's 4 on her.
Wow.
Yep.
One of the better defenders on this team.
Yep. Absolutely, and that could end up hurting Hampton.
Jamaica Carey on the foul line missed the first one.
People starting to file in for that second game, Bob.
Yeah, this place will pack up pretty good. Yeah. A great rivalry between the boys teams.
Well, both teams have a little in for each other.
Well, they know each other.
That's
too.
right.
It makes a big difference.
A lot of these
girls.
girls.
Phoebus is they got the 3 points, the only 3 points scored in this quarter so far. You got to pass it.
Somebody's got to count at some point. I mean, nobody was counting.
Well, and the coach called timeout because it should have been a 5-second call somewhere.
Yeah, somebody should have been counting somewhere.
And I can't believe she didn't throw the pass the ball, but she was triple team, and hard to see somebody when you triple team. And especially, well, actually, almost could say 4 people because she had the half-court line right behind her.
They trapped her in almost a perfect spot.
Yes, they did.
But if that wasn't a 5-second violation, we're not going to have them tonight.
I tell you.
Well, Phoebus is up their lead from 4 to 7. Bob Hampton has not scored in the 3rd quarter yet. They've had some good shots.
Yeah,
that's the thing. They've had some shots underneath. They just got to make it happen. All right. They're taking the ball out of Artist's hands, and I think that's what they want to do to take the pressure off the ball. Now it's jumping them.
And that was a great pass.
Sir.
She saw The player go right to the basket and got the ball to her. What a beautiful, and being double teamed too.
And created the angle. Another pass.
Another no-look pass.
Okay.
Wow. Phoebus had 2 or 3 shots that time, and there may have been a foul or 2 called in there, but they wasn't called.
Well, 5 got the ball in the middle of 3 Phantoms and tried to dribble out of it. And lost the ball off her foot.
Well, giving the ball to Hampton this time, it was good job that time by.
I think it did go off the Phantom.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like.
that was because of Pearson did a good job putting pressure on the inbound player that time.
Well, just throw the ball. Nobody wants to bring the ball up, Bob.
Well,
I
they
mean,
don't. You understand these are young ladies are not seasoned to bringing the ball up against pressure, so they want to pass it. Well, Phoebus is getting in the passing lane.
They're all young players, 5 freshmen and 2 sophomores on this Crabber team, so they'll get their seasoning. Good pass, Matt.
Boy.
He's looking. She's took the ball right away from him. She's looking. Okay, do what?
Oh, that's going to put Ray on the foul line.
That was the first foul on 33.
Wow.
The look on her face, though, that was. Yeah.
You see these girls get upset with themselves. They know they can make free throws. And when you miss them, it just really upsets you. But you just got to have a short-term memory. And she did. Good shot that time, right on the money.
That was the first point for the Crabbers in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes going. Well, they're saving Artis. They're bringing the ball up to somebody else. And
yeah, I think that might have been a little foul.
Yeah.
Knocked her 3 steps off of it, and that was foul. It looked like it was on number 3.
Yes.
Infinity Hammond.
Well, that was a smart play by Love, though. That's the 3rd foul on her. Oh.
And she didn't touch the ball yet. It can't be a court.
Can't be backcourt until somebody picks it up.
Right, and she never touched it.
That's called anticipation in the official world.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. She didn't make a move, but she. Oh, the young players.
Making freshman mistakes.
Yep. She got the ball and just held it until everybody got set, including the defense.
Yeah.
That's a 6th turnover, I think, in the 3rd quarter. She tried to make a move, just didn't take the ball with her. And Phoebus playing smart. They got a 8-point lead. Let's see where this goes. They're looking at each other.
They're given a 2-shot foul.
That's on number 5 for Hampton. That would be on Ray. And that's her 2nd.
2 for her. Okay. It's going to put. Who's that putting on the line? It looks like Love is going on the line.
Yes.
You just got to love that name.
It's easy to remember. We won't give her that one. But still, Phoebus with an 8-point game in a game that is being played the way Hampton wanted to play it.
Yeah.
At some point, I like what Coach did for Phoebus, and that was that he let somebody else bring the ball up, and that changes the box and 1.
Yes, it does.
There she was, and she didn't even look.
You got to be looking for your post player. You got to look for your post player. And there you go. Good pass.
Thank you.
You get the ball into her, she's going to score because there's no way that Phoebus is going to stop her once she gets the ball inside, and I'll find out who.
And the odds are that 50-50 right now, she'll get fouled. Right, the way it's going right now.
Absolutely. But they're getting the ball inside to Pearson. Pearson, look, it appears that Phoebus took the timeout that time. Coach, he didn't like. Don't let her get that easy of a in. You got to put pressure on the young lady that's passing the ball.
And we've seen that work, because when they were putting the pressure on it, they're throwing the ball away. They're turning it over themselves. Young players, we're going to see them mature. And it's tough time for a basketball team when you've got to bring in young people to get them used to the game. Thinking the game is the biggest problem when you're 12, 13, 14 years old in high school.
Yeah, he's going to call a foul on.
That's on Smith.
Yeah, that's.
So fourth.
Number 4 got her 4th foul. But she's trying to keep the ball out of Artis's hands.
She's going. Good block.
It was.
Oh, my Lord.
And that was a block. A little helter-skelter right now. The idea was good.
Yep.
Get her the ball.
But she threw it from her chest going up. By the time it got the girl that was receiving it, who was about 5'3", it was over her head.
Yeah.
A little high.
It kept right on rising.
Kept right on rising, yep.
She puts on the brakes, and she can stop quicker than most people because she's so low to the ground.
I can't stop that quick walking. Another rejection right there. That's from downtown. That's
another three. That's her second or third
That's
three.
her second three.
9-point lead. I believe that's the largest of the game.
It ties it. They got it up to 29-20 at one time. But they've got to go back. Up high, she's not even looking up high.
They've got to get the ball.
Good move.
Good drop step.
Oh, my Lord.
You love it.
That's just
Boy.
pretty. That's just pretty.
Oh, I tell you, Coach is going to love to get her down there.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
6'4". You got to go to the basket. Good move. There you go. That little delay step. Did you see that?
Well, yeah, but you also saw that Kiana Artis didn't want to pick up her 4th foul.
That should have been that would surprise me. Well, Hampton's closed it down. They got it down to 5 points, Bob. They've gotten up to 9, and they have the ball, I think, coming in.
Yeah, they do.
2 minutes, 17 seconds to
But
go in the third quarter.
They got the ball to Pearson, and she put a drop step on.
It was beautiful.
That's what you try to teach your post players to do.
It was classic. All right, now you got to take it down and see if you can get it to the big girl. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, you got a double dribble.
All right, get your head up. Let's go back down court.
So I tell you, I'm watching Pearson, and she is working hard, trying to get open, to get the ball. And sometimes she's open, and they're not looking to get the ball. You're not looking at her.
Every now and then, I've seen her drop her head because that was when she needed the ball, and the guard is just not looking inside.
Well, and part of that, Brent, is because of the inexperience of the guards for the Crabbers.
I think it's timeout, Hampton.
Yeah, Hampton called that timeout. They almost a 10-second violation.
Now, 122 in the third quarter. I've said it 3-4 times. I know this is not what the coach for Phoebus was looking for. He was looking for that pressure and turnovers. I got to commend Hampton. Yeah, they've had their turnovers, but Phoebus hadn't been able to capitalize as much as we thought they would.
And if you would look at the tape and go back and count the number of times that Phoebus has missed an inside shot tonight, almost reminiscence of when Bethel Bruins played Hampton. They could not make a free throw. I mean, a inside shot at the beginning.
And I don't know how much effect Pearson has on that. I mean, she's 6'4", standing there. At some point in your game, you got to know it's there.
Well, it's got to be in the back of your mind the whole time, right?
Subconsciously, it's got to be there. I'm going to eat this ball because that big girl going to smack it back down my throat.
And I'm not hungry for basketball tonight.
But again, I got to give her credit right now. Going into the fourth quarter, well, got a minute and 22 in the third quarter, and Pearson has still not picked up the third foul, so she can play a little bit more aggressively in that fourth quarter if she can make it that far. It's Hampton's ball. They're going into a stack. Look at that. That's just lazy. That's just lazy.
That was Love, a nice steal by Love.
That's just a lazy pass on the inbound.
Well, and not only lazy pass, but you have to love the tenaciousness of the Phoebus Phantoms.
Yeah.
They just won't let you they won't let you be comfortable.
Oh, nice steal, nice step in. She walked, though. I think, or was it a foul?
It's going to be a foul. Who's it going to be on? And it's going to be the fourth one. No, yeah, it'll be number 4. On Kiana Davis, Artis. Oh no, they called on 34. Whoa, that was you dodged the bullet.
Yep. Well, still got the 5-point game. Now that's what 25's got to do now. Don't take your player with it. Nice look. Nicely done. Could do that all day long.
Well, she drove to the basket. Pearson moved to the other side.
Got the pass high.
The Phoebus girl was trying to front her.
That's from downtown again, and she can hit that. Good block. Good try. I mean, you're going to make her earn it. Yes, sir.
That was Brittany Rooks. You're not going to get a real easy shot in here.
That's her fourth. And that puts Ray on the line. Shooting 2, I would hope.
At least.
3-point game, Bob. 36 seconds to go. Snuck it over the rim.
That's
soft.
That's what backspin does for you. People don't understand, but that's what backspin does for you. When you hit the front of the rim, it'll climb in. Good stroke that time.
Well, we got a very interesting look at players of the game for tonight, Bob. Short. Hampton got the ball. They could tie this up. Jump ball, Hampton's ball still. Okay. Well, these shirts we're going to be given to the players of the game. Sponsored by Tidewater Team Sports. Terry McNamara, David Chubb. They have been supporting this program, ladies and gentlemen, for years. And I can't thank them enough.
90s.
Thought she was going to take it. Oh, my.
That's what happens when you can't use or you don't have confidence to use your left hand. Went in from the left side and
short-armed
it, trying to shoot it with the right hand instead of with the left hand.
And what Hampton came out with that ball, it was tapped out of bounds because Pearson was wide open on a breakaway. Look at that, 25, yes sir.
He took it all the way.
She did
and
that.
We got a tie game.
Oh, she almost got it again. Oh, my. I'm telling you what, last second, baby, you want that young lady to have the ball.
She's going to come closer than anybody else.
Well, after all of that,
tie game.
just like we started the first quarter, But here's the difference. For Hampton, Mickey has 4 fouls, and Smith has 4 fouls.
So that's 2 for Hampton.
That's 2 for Hampton, have 4 fouls. The big thing about it is this Pearson only has 2 after getting 2 in the first 3 minutes of the game. So she can apply a little pressure down. She's been doing a great job already. Whether it's going to change what she does, but she can be more aggressive. Now let's go over to the Phoebus side. Phoebus has 1 player, and that's Rooks with 4 fouls.
But you got another one, at least 3, right?
Artist has 3, but she's played smart too. Has not gotten that 4th foul. Look
Good
at that.
shot.
Look at that. Why can't we get chairs
Kevin
like
Davis,
that?
he is back enjoying this ball game.
When you the boss, you get the chair.
Hey, you the boss, man.
You get the chair. Listen, take on the Republic right there.
Hey, not only you got chair, but he can roll any way you want to. He got rollers on that chair. Good shot of Kevin Davis.
Well, if it gets to be embarrassing, just roll it right back in the room. I have to commend, I've said it over and over again, Hampton's gotten what they want. I don't think Phoebus has gotten what they want.
No.
But I think now Pearson's going to have a chance if they've started to feed her in the 3rd quarter more, pay more attention to it. She now can be aggressive because of only the 2 fouls. And we'll see how Artist takes over a game too. Hampton's playing more of a man now.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure.
But they got Pearson back there for defense, and she just knocked that out of bounds. He didn't call a foul, did he?
No foul.
Okay.
That was a good block.
That's what I thought. When I saw him walking after I heard the whistle, I thought, oh, no. That's from Countryside, folks. There you go.
Now,
Pressure.
that okay, but why was that not jump ball?
Yeah.
He called traveling. 2 people had the ball. It's got to be a jump ball.
Yeah, you can't slide over in front of it.
No, you got to give her room, and that's the foul on Coles.
That's 24. That's only her first.
They got to get the foul right. They didn't. The scorekeeper didn't know who the foul was on.
There you go. Good pass. She short arms that pass. She gets to the bucket. You tell Artist has got control there, Bob.
She does. Right. You gotta like the defense coming right now for Ray. Ray did a great job. She's just not letting anybody make it an easy pass.
Clean pass. She's contesting everything, especially around Artist. Yep, nice. She uses that box. We watched it the other night, Bob.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, she uses it. Nice move.
Ooh, good pass, though.
Yes, sir.
And that pass was from number 25 for the Crabbers, and that's Kirsten Perry. What a great pass to get the player breaking to the ball game. Oh, nice steal.
Nice movement of the ball.
And you see who made the pass?
Yes, sir.
Your post player, the one that you expected to take that shot. She passed it to a wide open player that got a quick basket, and Hampton takes a quick 2-point lead.
And that's 2 quick baskets for number 12, Mickey. Look at this break again. What Bob was talking about, it was 2 passes. One to the post player that normally you would think would take the pass, which was shot, and she gave it to a better player who was not being guarded as well. Because everybody went to Pearson when she got the ball thinking she was going to shoot. So if we can see that, that'd be great. Here it is. Watch this. Here's the pass to Pearson. Boom. Just nobody on 12.
Yeah, nobody was there.
Which is Mickey, and she just got the open play. That's what basketball is all about, Bob. Getting to the open play.
To the open play.
Open play. Somewhere there's a simple rule in there. And I don't know if we need to put that on the top of the scorebook or what, somewhere. Artist, at some point, you can see she started taking over a little bit. She, in the second half, she scored 5 points, 1 3 and 1 2, but she just got a 2 in the fourth quarter. And Hampton's coming out and going to press her. Let everybody else have the ball, but they're gonna press Artis. They know she's the playmaker and the shooter.
And they're making Love bring the ball up. Love handles the ball well, but
yes.
she's not a point guard. And now if Pearson had just kept her hand up straight instead of coming down, she would not have got the foul.
That's exactly where I was going with her. She had not taken that swing at the ball.
And that's her third.
In the second half, Phoebus is right now 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Makes 1 of 5.
Ten-second call. That was a quick 10 seconds.
I didn't see him counting. That's what I didn't see.
Well, he was on the other side of the court.
I know, but I didn't see no hands moving. That was close. It was just that past the back court. Nice pick and roll.
But again,
Short
you don't
and
shoot.
then she throws it right.
You don't throw the ball. You can't shoot it with your left hand, and that's what they're missing. They missed 2 shots underneath the basket because they didn't do it with the left hand. Good job that time by Love making the steal.
Tie ball game, Bob. 5:40 to go. Oh, that's big.
That foul that time was on number 12 for the Crabbers. And that's Mickey, and that may be your
That's
fifth
her
one.
fifth foul, I think. That's what I have anyway. And Phoebus is doing
5.
And Phoebus is doing what Hampton's supposed to be doing. Smart play. They're taking the ball inside.
But let me tell you what really is impressing me. That throwing the ball to the girl that Pearson is guarding, and she comes away from the basket, which opens it up for somebody to go under, not having a 6'4" guard player and then slapping the ball away. 3-point play. We got another foul. Who's that going to be on? Drawing number 5. Is that what you called it?
I'm not sure. I think 4 or 5. I'm not sure.
Looking for the board.
It's on 4.
That's Smith.
And that's her 5th.
That's her 5th.
Yep.
So then they're bringing her out.
Well, it's back up to a 4-point lead. It's all taking place on the inside and on the free throw line here in the last quarter. So much supposed to blow an air ball on, don't you?
Might have caught the side of the rim. Or maybe not.
Why do you throw it deep? There you go. Now go to the bucket. Oh, you had it.
And there's a case of faking the ball and moving your feet.
Yeah.
And they're going to call that every time. In fact, we saw it when it didn't happen.
Just as much. There's
She's
Artis.
got the neatest little shot. Good call. Good call. That was,
Yep.
the Phoebus player said, I didn't touch it because she couldn't get it.
Well, Phoebus has pulled out to a 6-point lead here now with 5:09 left. Well, let's see. Just threw it right to her.
Oh, and then called a quick foul on number 3 for the Crabbers, and that's Infinity Hammonds. How many is that?
That's her fourth.
Her fourth.
But I mean, the inbounds players are putting their players in trouble. I mean, I can't say. I wish I'd have kept score of how many times Hampton on the inbound play they've just made a bad pass.
Inexperience.
And, yeah,
Brent,
and I know that. I mean, it's just inexperience, but I mean, it's
And I'm not
picking, not picking on anybody. I'm just saying
Right.
that's something that they really need to work on. They've got to have vision of the court when they make that pass.
Love makes the first of a, they're in the double bonus already.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Phoebus has only had 4 fouls
No,
called on
they're not in
them.
a double bonus. They're in the 1-and-1.
I'm sorry, 1-and-1. But it won't be long. It'll be in the double bonus.
Hampton player just threw the ball right away. Now see from over there.
Yeah.
No foot moved. But the fake, and he calls it.
He calls a fake, and
Official standing 4 feet away, never saw it. Didn't happen.
And I, again, did not see the movement, but
She got called the other night when we went and saw the game. 2 or 3 times she has that little fake. And just lazy with the pass. Got to be assertive.
you got to make your mind up and go. You can't
You had to dribble.
hesitate. You can't hesitate.
Phoebus is going to take some time off his clock, I believe. They can get it down low or get the penetration. There it is.
And that's a good call.
Yes.
That was definitely a tie-up. And the possession arrow goes to the Crabbers.
But Hampton has tried, when they've tried to go to Pearson on offense, they've tried to force it.
Man, another one from down. I tell you, these young ladies will put the ball up.
Yeah, but the rebounder is not under the board. She turned and put that up while Pearson was still crossing half court.
Again, experience.
And
You
experience,
will learn
that's right.
that.
That's right. There's that
Little floater.
guess who got it? She'd get another shot at it. That's offense.
Absolutely. She threw her elbow.
Offense,
She
yep.
would have got the foul
Yep.
had she just gone to the basket, but she
Put
and
that-
in front of the official threw that arm out there, and you can't do that.
Well, 3:56 to go. And Phoebus has a 7-point lead. And Hampton needs to make a run if they're going to get back in this game. And Phoebus is playing control a little bit. They're running people down on the baseline. And Artis and Smith are going to play with that ball. Not Smith, but
Love.
Love are going to take some time off the clock with that ball. There's the floater again, as sweet as can be.
I love that little
Yes,
shot.
sir.
That's a hard shot. It looks easy, but let me tell you, that's not easy.
The official was not in the play, I'm telling you. He took himself out of the play.
Yep.
He took himself out of the play.
He
'Cause
did
that was a
that
definite foul, and he took himself right out of the play.
Alan Jones for Hampton calls timeout. All of a sudden, it's 11-point lead.
Yeah.
Just boom, boom, boom. And it's not taking care of the ball. Going and passing the ball, which is not a good pass to one of your teammates. And all that is inexperience. And that's what Phoebus wanted to do. They wanted to put pressure on the guard for Hampton and stop them from getting open looks.
The pressure that they wanted the first 3 quarters,
Watch that.
they turned it up.
But you see what hand she shot the ball with that time, Brent?
Yeah.
Left hand, and that was,
Left side of the bucket.
you got to use that left hand.
Well, Hampton had it at the start of the 4th quarter. It was a tie ball game.
And they've been outscored 11 points.
Let's see, I'll tell you real quick. Hampton has put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, they put 4 points up. It was 32-32.
Yeah.
And
So
they
they've
put up
outscored
15 to 4. And like you say, it's been pressure. Pressure has made the difference.
It has.
And now they're going to apply pressure at half court just to eat time. They want Hampton to have to take as much time to get off a shot as they do. And that's going to be a 5-second call. Oh, that was a double dribble.
From downtown. Wow. Great job.
Just can't teach that.
And got a foul on one of the Hampton Crabbers. Number 5.
If that's Ray,
That's Ray.
That's her 4th. Well, Hampton's got 2 players that are fouled out, 2 players with 4 fouls.
And you see when you put the pressure on, you got your post players back in backcourt. They're supposed to see that lazy, sloppy pass going to the center of the court. And
Take it.
Pearson did just that. Intercepted that ball.
I think that's 23.
Yeah, it is. Missed the first one. She's the one that's got that kind of odd shot. But
Push. It's a push almost.
yeah, but she ends up making most of them.
There it is. She's worked it out. You see who got the pass?
And that was a great job that time, and not a bad foul.
But Pearson got the ball, dished it to 5, and then went all the way underneath to get the rebound.
Yep. She is hustling tonight.
Yes, she is. That's only the 2nd foul on 32, and that's Shraven. Pearson missed the front.
Well, we got to start thinking about player of the game.
Well, see if she makes a 2nd. Yes, she does. Yeah, but 2:30 to go. We gave it there last time. Good, smart play.
I don't know how that became. Somebody knocked that ball out of her hand. And I wasn't too sure about that call. You got it. Nice shot. But you had a player run underneath the basket. That's the one that should have got the shot, but she ended up making it. Hampton calls timeout.
And just to let you know where we are, that was last time. Okay, and that was last time. So we're looking somewhere probably. That probably would be as good as any right now. Of course, you got right here.
Yeah.
Again, right here. 6 here.
Well, if you're Hampton, what you got to do is you cut it 3 points. It was a 10-point lead, and now it's down to 7.
Right now, I'm looking there. Right now, and then over here, we're looking either here, which is what I'm thinking. Right now. Ain't making the call. There's 2 minutes to go in the game. But our shirts are sponsored by Tidewater Team Sports. Terry McNamara, David Chubb, 594-0411. Please give them a call for any of your needs for teams, sports, whatever you need. They do it all. Embroidery, you want to have your sorority, college sorority stuff done. Nice pass.
And that was a good job. She jumped up and hesitated, got the body of Pearson, hit her, and an obvious foul.
That's her 4th foul. She's picked up 2 in the 4th quarter.
Well, she had 2 in the 1st quarter, didn't get any in the 3rd,
right.
2nd to 3rd. You got to make your free throws.
Yeah, she was 4 of 6. Let me put it so she was 5 of 8 in the first half. And right now she is, let me see if she makes this. There you go.
You got 1 or 2.
She's 2 of 6 in the 4th quarter. She's 3 of 8 in the second half. She's going to have to work on that free throws. It's too short. She get a nice penetration, but just too short on the shot. Nice pass.
And that was that was a basket that Phoebus should have had.
Yeah.
Artis is looking to get the ball underneath the basket. Now we got a timeout called by David Brooks for the Phantoms. With 1:30, Brent, who do we got as players of the game?
Right now, I am looking at Artis. She got in foul trouble early and has not picked up another foul. And right now, I'm looking at she's got 16 points and can't count on how many times she's dished. She's probably got 8 or 9 assists tonight. If not, well, I would call them assists because the player didn't make the shot, but it was down close and they went to the free throw line.
Yeah, she didn't get the player of the game
last time.
I'm
Shreven. So that's where I'm going right now.
Okay, you said Artis, right?
Yes,
Okay.
Kiana Artis for Phoebus.
You got it. I haven't got along with that.
And right now, I'm looking right here. Perry has 8 points. Of course, we know Pearson has many more points than that, but she got our player of the game when we did the Bethel game.
We try to
explain that to him.
We try to rotate it so it doesn't, because sometimes you have a player that just dominates, and then you could end up giving them player of the game every time. But we want to kind of spread it around, so we're going to pick somebody other than Artis, or other than Pearson.
She has 16 points already tonight. Pearson does, but Ray right now is looking at. No, it's not Ray Tom, but Perry's looking right now at 8 points. Who's the second leading scorer for Hampton right now. Inbound to Artis, and I think they're going to try to take some time off of it, Bob.
I think so, too.
And Hampton's, of course, going to double team it, and they're going to go one out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to you get pressure, you're going to throw the ball away, and that's the last thing David Brooks wanted to happen.
Yeah, we got an 8-point game.
He called timeout. We're going to take some clock off, and what do? They end up throwing the ball away.
And smart play. Yep, that's what they're going to do now. They're going to eat some of this clock. That was a grab almost.
Another basket underneath that was not finished by the Phantoms.
I mean, they have had
great pass.
15 shots, Bob, and I'm probably being nice about it under that basket.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that Artis, as great a game she has had a lot of assists that didn't happen because they didn't make the shot.
Absolutely. It's the first foul on number 20. And that's Shreven again. He's having her trouble at the line tonight.
You guys could hear our director.
He's trying to simplify the game, which I understand.
Back to three possession and 3 threes is what will get you back in this game. So you want them to take as much time as they can. Another drop step. Great job.
Oh, Phoebus came down with it. Oh, no. He's not. After all that, that takes care of her.
Pearson fouls
Pearson
out of the
fouls
game.
out on a whole lot less than what we've seen, I'm telling you. Well, Pearson
Danielle,
goes to the bench, and she has, for the night, she's got 16 points.
Danielle Cooper replaces her.
Shreben back to the line. She hits a front end. Well, Bob, I've enjoyed this.
This has been a great game.
Brought a game to you.
It's been kind of an interesting game. Phoebus didn't want to do what Hampton made them do, but they still, because the inexperience of the Hampton guards, and I think that's the difference of the game, not getting the ball into your post player. And
well, let's talk players of the game again, Bob. Nice shot there.
good job for Cooper. Player of the game, Kiana Artis, love her. I just think she's an ultimate point guard.
Ended up with 16 points and player of the game. And like Bob said, she probably had 9 or 10 assists. I'm not sure. She got 3 fouls the first part of the game and is held on. And that's another player for Hampton that's fouling out right there. They have fouled out 1, 2, 3, 4 players. Officials had a lot to do with this game tonight. I'll just leave it right there. If you look at the number of free throws.
And that's Johnson, 35, just a junior coming in. And who's the player of the game for the Crabbers?
For the Crabbers, we're going with, we had Pearson last time. We're going to go with Perry this time. She had 8 points going into the right now. And she's just he's contributed on defense. And then everything's down. Of course, I like 4 was on defense. And we've had a lot of players that we could spread it around. But we're going to go right now with Perry for Hampton Crabbers. And again, thanks to Tidewater Team Sports for making that possible.
Yeah, David Chubb and Terry McNamara. They call her T-Mac.
Number 4 for Phoebus. She missed the first one.
Yeah.
And hit the second one.
She's limping a little bit, and I'm talking about love, and she's coming out. Number 34 for the Phantoms is going to replace her, and that's Jakayla Howard, just a freshman.
In the fourth quarter, Phoebus has been to the line 16 times.
Wow.
In the fourth quarter alone, 16 times to the line. Hampton has been to the line in the fourth quarter twice.
Twice?
Twice.
Oh, my. What a disparity.
Just thought. Should pull up. Smart play.
Yeah. You don't need to make any more points.
Down under 10 seconds, Bob. Well, I like to thank LSC, our local sports channel, Channel 48, and all of our crew here for making this possible, Bob. It's been a good time.
Been great. Well, again, recognize the crew. Randy Bagoli and Steve Fryer on the end lines. Susan Bowers, Ube Gabre up in the stands. Graphics and animation, Matt Buckwalder. Camera control operator, Renee Camden. Engineer and audio, Greg Lesko. Instant replay, Krista Campbell. Andy Foley is director and executive producer. What a great job they did tonight.
Thanks, guys. It's been fun. Phoebus finally came out with a 54-43 right now, maybe 55. To make it so, 55. And our player of the game for Phoebus, Kiana Artis, finished the game with 18 points. And that was from downtown. Great job by the Phoebus Phantoms. And, the young team for the Hampton Crabbers have still got a little work to do, but they hung in there as long as they could.
They did a great job with the inexperience they've got. I want to thank Brent Musgrove and the staff. I'm Bob Hintz. The final score is the Phoebus Phantoms 55, the homestanding Crabbers are 43.
It's been a great game.
Been a great
enjoyed
game.
it. We've been going and traveling, watching a lot of these games, and it's what we thought it would be.
Good night, everybody.